Good day, and I'm Jeffrey De Leon. Welcome to my Playfair Cipher. So, on this video, I'm going to present my created Playfair Cipher. So, let's start by choosing our password. So, by choosing our password, there is one rule. So, that is, there should not be a repeating of letters. So, my chosen password is the word family. Next is by creating our table. By creating our table, there are also rules that we need to follow. First is that we are going to use a 5x5 matrix as our table. Next is insert the desired password in the table at the top by starting left to the right. Next is followed by the rest of the alphabet with the conditional that the letter I and J will occupy the single cell. So here is the my created Playfair cipher of my table. So as you can see, the word family is inserted at the top, starting from left to the right, and followed by the alphabet in order. Next is by choosing or by creating our message. So here we also need to follow some rules. So first is that the message must be split into pairs. Next is separate all the duplicated letters by inserting the letter X. Next is if there is an odd letter at the end of the message, insert the letter X. Finally is also ignore all the spaces. So my chosen message is I will come back soon. So we will going to remove or ignore the spaces, and we will going to split into pairs. So it will become IW, IL, LC, OM, EB, AC, KS, OX. So here in situation, double O is repeated, so we are going to insert letter X. So OX, and finally is NX. N is an odd letter of the end of the message, so we are going to insert letter X. So therefore NX. And next is our encoding. In part of encoding, we are to decrypt our message based on our split pair message. So first is that if in same column, move each letter down one, and upon reaching the end of the table, we are going to wrap around. And next is if in same row, move each letter right one, and upon reaching the end of the table, we are going also to wrap around. And last is if it forms a rectangle, swap the letter with one on the end of the rectangle. So here we have the table and our split pair letter. So first we are going to decrypt the letter of I and W. So I and W is created or forms rectangle. So I and W, so our I will become M and our W will become X. Next is the letter pair of I and L. So I and L is in the same row. So we are going to move one from the right, and therefore our I will become letter L and L will become F because we are going to wrap around. Next is the pair of letter C. L and C. So we are, as you can see, there is a form of rectangle. So we are going to get each of end of the rectangle. So L will become letter M and C will become letter E. Next is the pair of OM. So O and M created a shape of rectangle. So O becomes C and M will become I or J. Next is the pair of letter E and letter B. So E and B is in the same row. So we are going to move from the right. So E will become Y because we are going to wrap around because we reach the end of the table. And B will become C. Next is the pair of letter A and C. So A and C forms a rectangle. So we are going to get each of end of the rectangle. So A will become letter M and C will become letter B. Next is the pair of K and S. K and S. So it forms rectangle. So K will become N and S will become R. So next is that the pair of O and X. So O and X form a rectangle. So O will become N and X will become Z. So finally is the pair of N and X. So the pair of N X is N and X are in the same column. So N will become letter S and X will going wrap around also. So it will become letter I or J. And therefore our decrypt message is M X F L M E K L Y C M B N R N Z I or J and S. And for the summary of our Playfair cipher, we have the message which is I will come back soon, and we are going to ignore the spaces and also split into pair. So our cipher text now is MXFLMEKLYCMBNRNZ SI or J. So that's all. Thank you for watching.